And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to continue for all of my engineering students. Let me give you guys an update so you guys understand what we're doing and how we're actually doing it. So, we're using all of our platforms. Oh, by the way, you guys have 2 minutes to get in, and we're using an automated system for everything that we're doing. First of all, let me show you guys the NFT that will be included in today's example. So we have very important business meetings for tomorrow. In the context of this business meeting, I was requested to present a pitch deck. I decided to present it digitally. Let me show you guys what the actual NFT looks like, because we have automated it, right? I have to make sure that the camera can see it. So have an idea and have a look, right? Now, we are going to do everything step by step. So we're doing a live here on YouTube, which is going to become a video and it will be part of our library. So for all you content creators, I'm going to show you how I'm doing it in real time. Now, in my other terminal, I am playing the video from my channel where I put together the pitch deck, the proposal for the business meeting for tomorrow. Now, we're going to take this content, which is in its entirety, it's an hour and 33 minutes, give and take. Now, in order to make a TikTok, we can go as high as give me one quick second. We can go as high as 10 minutes, right? Which is what we intended to do. But on YouTube, the shorts cannot be longer than 3 minutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new format. I would want to go 2 minutes flat so that I don't have that problem in the future. But what I'm going to focus on is 2 minutes and 25 seconds. So I'm literally going to be extrapolating 2 minutes and 25 seconds every single time. Now, as I'm doing that, I'm going to be uploading it first to TikTok, then to YouTube Shorts. And I already have the artwork, which is an NFT that will post for sale as well. All of this will be contained in each NFT. So because I have everything already automated, every single short and every single TikTok and every single live and every single video will have one version of this NFT, which is also a one of one. Everything that we're discussing will be formatted in multiple facets. So, how are we going to do this? First of all, I already did the graphics, right? I already worked on the NFT, so that's already saved on my drive. Let me see if I can not only save it, but I'm going to share it. And of course, I'm going to share it on LinkedIn because LinkedIn is my business um website. So here we'll put one of one NFT, and we only accept Bitcoin, Tron, and Ethereum 2, right? So now that we've posted this on LinkedIn, we'll give it a second. We'll be able to do everything that we want to do in real time. So now it's posted. Now we're going to put it on our main feed on LinkedIn, and we have started our campaign. So now on my heading, I am going to upload the the NFT automatically because the NFT is for sale and we are here to do business. You understand me? So we are going to post it for sale automatically, just like that in real time. This is in real time. We just did this in real time. Now I'm going to go back to the video and we're going to fire up our TikTok. On TikTok, remember every video that I put together automatically is going to save on my drive. When it saves on my drive, it will give me the opportunity to upload it. So we'll format it for 10 minutes, even though we're not going to use 10 minutes. We're going to adjust the brightness on the screen so that the terminal doesn't overpower the camera in the in my platform. And the most important thing is that I control the sound because I have a portable I have a portable unit that will be picked up by this microphone and thus will be saved on all platforms. So here we go with the first of, let me see, it's going to be 260, 90, the first of almost 180 shorts. So we'll do this in real time. So first, we'll press record and we will press play on the video. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another gathering of the minds. I'm your host. Make yourselves comfortable. We're going to be as normal, flying off the handlebars. Give me one quick second because as you can see, um, we tried to add an additional layer, which was some nice little bit of background music here. And even still, it's going to mess with us. But hopefully, we can put it so low that they really can't mess with it. Um, that appears to be the lowest. We'll put it on number 2. All right. So we want to pick up where we last left off. This is my new studio equipment. So I'm learning how to adjust everything and how to have everything proper. Have to be careful with everything here. I've made myself a cup of Joe and I have some water and I'm going to be drinking first. So welcome everyone back. You guys have 2 minutes official test start time. Welcome to all of our new audience and we'll pause it right there. We'll go back in real time. It'll give us 2 seconds, right? So it'll actually go back on the counter to 2.23, which is good because remember that we basically did the damn thizzle. Mm, all right. So we'll give this a second to post and we'll see in real time um how many seconds it takes. This is remarkably fast. Based on the counter, it's taking a few minutes. So now we've already have our first video. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna go back in the same way. Now I'm gonna try one more thing here because as I tried the dynamic, right? When I hold it, if I hold it landscape, I'll be able to capture better sound. And sound is the most important thing. So now we'll do the exact same thing. We're going to press play on the recorder and play on the video. And we'll do the same thing. Welcome to all of our new audience and our new followers, our new listeners, our new business partners. Everyone is welcome and respected here. Give me one quick second. I want to talk about what I'm working on. It's going to be very calming. It's going to be very smooth. It's going to be a very slow process because ultimately what we want to do is convey all of these thoughts, feelings, and emotions, conversation style. Rule number one is today is always day one, and all we can use is everything that God has given us. So, without further ado, let me see what I can do. I have an extension on my second portal, and it has RGB lights, and it's kind of cool. It kind of sets the tone. I like that. That's not something that I had before, and that kind of gives it a little vibe, right? But I don't want to get too distracted, but I kind of dig that. I needed something to freshen things up. So we might as well start as training. Think about Cerebro. Think about the simulator room in the X-Men, you know, when they go in the training room, which is part of Cerebro as well. But, you know, they have to constantly train for different environments and things like that. So we pause that right on the money. We go to next and we go to we'll just put music biz, right? Give it a few seconds to load. And while that's doing that, we're going to continue. Now we're going rapid fire, right? So here we go. We're going to follow the same format. So let's go record and then play. But I have to constantly train for different environments and things like that. So tomorrow we have a business meeting with a venture capital firm, and we're going to utilize this gathering of the minds to explain everything, express everything from a standpoint that is neutral. I have to be careful, of course, not to disclose everything as far as, intellectual property and things like that. But we are able to discuss all of these things. Um, I want to make sure that I finish my water before I basically start to drink my coffee. But please grab your favorite drinks, whether it's a sports drink, a protein shake, coffee, tea, maybe some natural fruit juices, as an example. Um, it's very important that we break this down because this is my life's legacy. This is my life's work. So, of course, I am an artist, right? And this is the main reason why we're all here. I have a catalog of over 8,000 songs. Right now, the talk of the town, cheers to all of you, is of course catalogs. I made it popular to talk about catalogs. I'm the artist that has changed entertainment and the music industry, the music business eternally. I'm the biggest artist that you don't know yet. So we'll pause that right there. We'll bring it back. That'll go online. And we're going to continue because we can add all of these other elements as time progresses, like the titles and things like that. But we cannot waste time. We have production to complete. So we're going to go right where we left off. We're going to press record and play. That you don't know yet. And I'm here to share my story with all of you. There's different ways to go about expressing these things. All I can do is try my best to convey all of this data, all this information to all of you as best as I can. Um, that's what's at my disposal. That's what's at my capacity, right? So I can't go too much into the specifics of what hip hop is or music culture because this is about my ongoing negotiations for my catalog. Um, as an entrepreneur, I have to be able to switch gears. I have to be able to be an artist when the time calls for it, and I have to be a businessman and an entrepreneur when it's appropriate. And 99.8% of the times, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a God fearing man, family guy, religious man of faith, above and beyond anything. Now, just for contrast, does that mean that I don't have hardcore gangster shit? No, it does not mean that because I have everything from make you laugh shit to make you cry shit to party shit to chill shit to deep thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Um, I love artists such as the legendary Big Pun, and shout out to you, the legendary MC Cuban Link. Love you, twin. Always got your back, no matter what, nigga. Um, and shout out to Pun, Baby Pun, and Miss Rios as well. Shout out to the whole, the whole camp, right? Now, same thing. We'll reset the counter and continue. Um, as you're doing this rapid fire, you're gonna see um, the same videos that are processing as you're, recording new what you call it, as you're recording new segments. So let us continue. Record and play. Um, and shout out to Pun, Baby Pun, and Miss Rios as well. Shout out to the whole, the whole camp, right? Pun was an artist that was not afraid to let you know that he could do it all. Like Pun said, I am the nicest. He's from the nice era. I'm from the nice era where you had to be nice, right, to do music. Well, without going too much into the music side, which is the side that we love, that's the side that once we sign the deal, you guys are going to get to see because I'm going to be greedy. I'm going to take you guys and keep you guys in my heart, and I'm going to share everything that I can with you guys, right? I have a catalog of over 8,000 songs. Number one, those are all World Guinness records. So let's start there. That's part one. What sets me apart from every other artist is that my accomplishments are all World Guinness records. This is above and beyond any other artist or their career or record label, etc., because of the sheer magnitude of my catalog. I have more music than the entire genre combined. I, Jonathan Marte Pena, the artist known as Venom R1, has more music than the whole genre. Let's take a sip to that. Shout out to Zip with the Drip. Let's get to that. That shit is hilarious. Right? So that puts me in a position of privilege and power. Hold on. That makes me number one, baby. Okay? Okay, now we have to go back. Divine intervention. Look at that NFT of my catalog. I have more music than the entire genre combined. I'm from the nice era where you had to be nice. Man, Family Guy, religious man of faith, above and beyond any. I can't go too much into the specifics of what hip. I'm the artist that has changed entertainment because this is my life's legacy. This is my life's work. So, of course, I am an artist, right? In these things, we got to go all back I can to the. Do is try my best to convey all of this data, all this information to the pun shout to out. All of you, because this man, Family Guy, religious man of faith, above and beyond anything. Now, just for contrast, does that mean that I don't have hardcore gangster shit? No, it does not mean that because I have everything from make you laugh shit to make be a businessman and an entrepreneur. Let's just go back to you don't know yet. Yeah, let's go back to that part. I'm the artist that has changed entertainment and the music industry, the music business, is of course catalogs. Okay, let's go back to catalogs because there was a situation here where, for some reason, it cut the recording. So let's just do the same thing, record and play. Is of course catalogs. I made it popular to talk about catalogs. I'm the artist that has changed entertainment and the music industry, the music business eternally. I'm the biggest artist that you don't know yet. And I'm here to share my story with all of you. Um, there's different ways to go about expressing these things. All I can do is try my best to convey all of this data, all this information to all of you as best as I can. Um, that's what's at my disposal. That's what's at my capacity, right? So I can't go too much into the specifics of what hip hop is or music culture because this is about my ongoing negotiations for my catalog. Um, as an entrepreneur, I have to be able to switch gears. I have to be able to be an artist when the time calls for it, and I have to be a businessman and an entrepreneur when it's appropriate. And 99.8% of the times, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a God-fearing man, family guy, religious man of faith, above and beyond anything. Now, just for contrast, does that mean that I don't have hardcore gangster shit? No, it does not mean that because I have everything from make you laugh shit to make you cry shit to party shit to chill shit to deep thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Um, I love artists such as the legendary Big Pun, and shout out to you, the legendary MC Cuban Link. Love you, twin. Always got your back, no matter what, nigga. Um, and shout out to Pun, Baby Pun, and Miss Rios as well. Shout out to the whole, the whole camp, right? Pun was an artist that was not afraid to let you know that he could do it all. Like Pun said, I am the nicest. He's from the nice era. See, now we can go back and we're back on time. So we'll go ahead and post that. And while that's processing, we're going to continue rapid fire. Record. Like Pun said, I am the nicest. He's from the nice era. I'm from the nice era where you had to be nice, right, to do music. Well, without going too much into the music side, which is the side that we love, that's the side that once we sign the deal, you guys are going to get to see because I'm going to be greedy. I'm going to take you guys and keep you guys in my heart, and I'm going to share everything that I can with you guys, right? I have a catalog of over 8,000 songs. Number one, those are all World Guinness records. So let's start there. That's part one. What sets me apart from every other artist is that my accomplishments are all World Guinness records. This is above and beyond any other artist or their career or record label, etc., because of the sheer magnitude of my catalog. I have more music than the entire genre combined. I, Jonathan Marte Pena, the artist known as Venom R1, has more music than the whole genre. Let's take a sip to that. Shout out to Zip with the Drip. Let's get to that. That shit is hilarious. Right? So that puts me in a position of privilege and power. Hold on. That makes me number one, baby. Okay? Divine intervention. Look at that NFT, B. I ain't ready. We're going to talk about all this technology. We're going to talk about all of this technology. So, what sets Venomar One apart is his catalog. Same thing. We'll post. We'll continue to the next one. Sets Venomar One apart is his catalog. Nobody has more songs, albums, mixtapes, EPs, double albums, triple albums, series, catalog masters than I do. Nobody has more bars, more verses, more hooks, more bridges, choruses. Nobody. Nobody has more collaborations. I have over 8,000 collaborations with all new artists, never been heard of before, all new producers. Nobody ever gave him a chance from all over the world. I already conquered the universe. I already conquered the world. It didn't matter to me if an artist was brand new, if they had one song in their catalog, if they had one album, one mixtape, one EP, if they had a small website, if they had a small budget, whatever the circumstances were, I followed the music. If I loved your music, I worked with you. Period. I went out of my way over the years to seek out every single artist, person, producer that I could, every record label, every management company. I did everything from the ground up. Now that as well is a World Guinness record. Nobody has contributed to the underground more than I have. No other artist from no other era has contributed more to the underground than I have. I am the underground. I embody the underground. Let's get to that. I am Hispanic. Born in Puerto Rico. I'm Dominican. My parents are Dominican. Godparents are from Cuba. Been all over the world my entire life. I have all the races mixed. I was raised in New York. My family's from the South and the Midwest. My wife, her family, her culture is from the West Coast. I've lived on all the coasts, been there and done that. Let's get to that. Continue, post, just keep going. And reboot the system, same thing. Done that. Let's get to that. My perspective is a global perspective, but especially in what is considered the Anglo market as far as music. My perspective is from the West Coast. I've lived on all the coasts, been there and done that. Let's get to that. My perspective is a global perspective, but especially in what is considered the Anglo market as far as music. All those cultures, all those sounds from the entire world that I've been blessed to be a part of are part of my music and are part of my sound. The same way that as a fan, I listen to every kind of music, I make every kind of music, but I am a rapper. I'm a singer before anything at heart. Hip hop, rap, R&B, That's my stronghold. But I have music in over 24 different styles. I have thousands of songs in just about every genre that you can think about, even though over 90% of my catalog is in English. I have music in Spanish. I have music in French and in Italian. I have music in Arabic. Again, no other artist has ever done that. These are all World Guinness records that I broke. And the first, 24 or something records, that's what I broke. What I established is thousands of records, thousands of World Guinness records, and you don't know who I am. And I put out music every single day, albums every day, mixtapes every day, EPs, singles, and everything else. For me to take a month off is like an anomaly. Same thing. Post, continue. Albums every day, mixtapes every day, EPs, singles, and everything else. For me to take a month off is like an anomaly. Let's go into my catalog real quick and let's see when my last album came out. My last release was on the 17th. On the 17th, which will be 1 week this coming Tuesday, today's the 22nd of June 2025, I broke several World Guinness records. Let's talk about that. Let's get to that, right? 662 songs released thus far in 2025. I'm going to say it again. 662 songs as of June 17th, 2025. 92 albums. 92 albums. Your favorite artist doesn't have 92 albums. Your favorite. Just going to bring that back because that's going to be a good one. And again, we want to extrapolate value from every segment, right? So the faster, the better. As of June 17th, 2025, 92 albums. 92 albums. Your favorite artist doesn't have 92 albums. Your favorite artist does not have 662 songs. 23 masters with 50 songs apiece. Jonathan Marte Pena, Venom R1, Hit Me Up on My Neck, If You're Ready to Do Business. Crystal Delgado is my lawyer, Delgado Law Group, who I entrust with my entire estate. Let's get to that. August 25th, 2021, I became the first digital artist. First digital artist. August 25th, 2021, I, Jonathan Marte Pena, the artist known as Venom R1, became the first digital artist to place his entire catalog on the blockchain as an NFT. World Guinness record, eternally on the blockchain, where you can't fake it, you can't pump the numbers, you can't buy bots, you can't buy robots. It is eternal, forever. I am in the history books. Same thing. Pulse, keep going. Same format, continue. Forever, I am in the history books. No record label could change that. No artist could change that. No human being can change that. The technology lives forever. I'm going to say it again. You can fake the funk in any other fucking forum or platform. You cannot fake it on the blockchain. No matter what they do, no matter what they try, no matter what this, that, and the third, this right here, they can never change. This is who I am. This is me. Let me show you some of the NFTs in the original collection. Okay? These are just some examples. For people that understand technology, they know what this is. Pulse, continue. Simple as that. For people that understand technology, they know what this is. Many artists were able to put songs on the blockchain as NFTs, singles, EPs, mixtapes. Other artists, which the industry wanted you to believe that they were the first, that they did this and they did that. Don't worry. Every dog has his day. That time will come. The person that they threw in your face at the time it was convenient for them to throw them in your face to wage the battle against what I was doing. This person was quickly disposed of as soon as this person was no longer viable for them. And yet, this person released a modern album with 8 songs, minted on 1 million NFTs. Minted on 1 million NFTs. Jonathan Marte Pena, the artist known as Venom R1, hit me up on my neck. The most expensive person you can speak to on my neck is this servant of God. He is I and I am him. These are the prices right there. It's $390,000 an hour to speak to me. Same thing, we continue. I was going to charge 3.9 million. Under the advice of everyone on the staff and the team, the decision was made to lower it to 390,000. I lowered my prices for one day since the application was launched, since it was started. This is cash and carry. This is not yesterday's prices or not today's prices. Let me explain to you the sheer magnitude of what I did. The competition listed a million NFTs with 8 songs. I listed 200 million NFTs with my entire catalog. And we continue. Let's take a pause. 100, 200 million NFTs. Not with a single, not with a mixtape, not with an EP, not with a modern album, which is anything over 7 songs, with my entire catalog, which at the time was 5,000 songs. My catalog has grown 3,000 records in about 3 years. People listed his NFT every day. January, first quarter of 2021, 5,000 images comprised as one NFT called Every Day, listed and sold for close to $70 million. Post and continue. Close to $70 million. I did what people did with music and with sound. I have a song for every image that he created, every design, and I did it in less time because every day represents people's career as a graphic, digital art designer or whatever. I did that with music. Let's get to that. This is why I'm Ryu. Post and continue. World's Guinness is a business. World's Guinness is not what everybody believes that it is. Every record that I broke and every record that I established is a separate filing and folder. Every filing and folder costs a few thousands of dollars. I broke so many records and I established so many records, it would cost millions of dollars for them to verify all of them. And don't worry, It will cost millions of dollars for them to verify all of them. And don't worry, because, of course, moving forward, that time will come. But they are unwilling to verify a few of the most important ones because it is a business. Because of the nonsense in the music industry, which is separate from the music business, which is why I've always remained in the music business outside of the music industry. All the politics from the music industry, I found at Guinness. It's the same people. I didn't complain. I didn't victimize myself. I didn't try to change things in the system. I changed my strategy. Things in the system. I changed my strategy. I own a technology company. Web3, blockchain technology is all technology. Music has become technology. I approached Christie's and Sotheby's, the two biggest clearinghouses. The same politics that I found in the music industry, I found in World's Guinness Book of Records, and I found at Christie's and Sotheby's. It's the same people. It's the same people. They went from not being interested of me breaking the record for the highest selling, highest grossing NFT to being interested, to not being interested, to being interested again based on my consistency, to asking me for a third party to come involved into what I was doing. Something that is a non negotiable for me. And I said, fuck you. I said, fuck you to Guinness. And I said, fuck you to Christie's. And fuck you to Sotheby's. Fuck you to Christie's. And fuck you to Sotheby's. Because this technology is what allowed me to remain in the music business away from the music industry. I'm the reason why the music industry has changed forever. I'm the reason why in every contract of every record label, of every artist, they had to go through every contract and pay legal fees, millions and millions and millions and millions and billions of dollars to change every contract to add NFT technology to the clause in all of those contracts. In all of those contracts. Most artists could not embrace this technology because they don't own their masters. They don't get to make those decisions. They don't own the intellectual property. Let those that have ears hear me. Let those that have eyes see me. Let those that have a heart in the spirit and wisdom, understanding. This is not for everybody. So for the peanut gallery, this is your invitation to go and return to the peanut gallery. Let's get to that. Let's get to that. This is going to be the first video that I'm going to slice up into shorts. And it's going to be the first video that I'm going to post directly to TikTok. This is going to be the beacon, like the Thundercat beacon. I'm the fucking warrior that has been fighting every record label, every financial institution to change the game. So I'm the reason why now every new contract moving forward in every one of these deals, including this 360 trap that they, surround artists with, has an NFT clause. So this technology allowed me to destroy the entire music industry by myself, without a record label, without a multi-billion-dollar budget, by myself. Jonathan Marte Pena, born October 17th, 1982. I have the same birthday as Eminem, the same birthday as Wyclef Jean, two musical titans, including the highest grossing, highest selling artist of all time, discovered by the same birthday as Wyclef Jean, two musical titans, including the highest grossing, highest selling artist of all time, discovered by Wendy Day, a person that knows exactly who I am and has continued to do business with other entities. Let's get to that. World's Guinness refused to roll out the red carpet, just like Christie's and Sotheby's did not want me to break these records and establish these records for many reasons. I'm a minority and I'm Hispanic. I'm Spanish. All the red carpets were laid out for people to break and establish these records. But for Jonathan Marte Pena, the artist known as Venom R1, with the biggest catalog ever in the history of music, doors were closed. Doors were closed. They put locks, they put chains, they put combination locks. They destroyed the pavement of the Golden Brick, Yellow Brick Road. They destroyed it. I had to go create my own empires by myself as a warrior conqueror for God, which I am. I broke the fucking Guinness record for prayers on my songs. No other artist has ever mentioned God's name more than me in music. Praying, God, please give me an opportunity. Please let it be. Please give me the strength, give me the wisdom, give me the power, the opportunity to do it. I broke the world's Guinness record for mentioning God in music.
Continue. Production.
World's Guinness record for mentioning God in music. And I could sit here and tell you all the records that I've broken. It's thousands of thousands of thousands of records that I broke. I broke the world's Guinness record for mentioning God in my music, for praying to God. Please let it be for my family, for my loved ones, for my children, for my community, for my society, for God's people. I broke the record among many records. Most of my music is clean. So if I could make a statement to the world that makes all kinds of music, I don't discriminate against any artist and how they express their artistical, lyrical capacity. But I beat every artist, every record label, in every genre of music talking about God. I broke the record. God wins, motherfuckers. In the end, God won. Every record label, in every genre of music talking about God. I
Give it one quick second. This system crashed right when we were talking about God, right? Right when we were talking about God.
against any artist and how they express their artistical, lyrical capacity. But I beat every artist, every record label, in every genre of music talking about God. I broke the record. God wins, motherfuckers. In the end, God won. God sent the illest fucking lyricist, illest rapper with the illest fucking catalog, all talking about God. Even in my most gangster, hardcore albums, I'm talking about God. In every verse, I guarantee you're gonna hear about God, even if it's in a few bars. There's not one fucking song that I have where I'm not talking about God in one way, shape, or form. And I'm showing you the good, the bad, and the ugly. I don't just have love songs and shit you can make babies to and dance to. I have every kind of hip hop, rap song you could think about. By myself, I don't just have love songs and shit you can make babies to and dance to. I have every kind of hip hop, rap song you could think about. By myself, no record label, no Pro Tools. I broke the record because it was all done on a digital platform. My entire catalog, all digital. No Interscope Records studio at the Palms like I did before in my career when I was a signed artist. No beats from this exclusive producer or whatever. Every major hit record from the industry, I have my own version of it. And every other song that I have is from an upcoming brand new producer. Some producers that produce albums for me, I was their first album or I was their first single. I'm a brand new producer. Some producers that produce albums for me, I was their first album or I was their first single. Let's get to that. Can't give me an interview. What's the first thing they're going to ask me about? You have a catalog of thousands of songs by yourself? You, Jonathan Marte Pena, the artist known as Venom R1, the man that walks amongst the people in the streets, you broke all these records, you established all these records by yourself? Let's get to that. Let's get to that. You that have battled all the industry, all the record labels, all management, artist development to companies, every single artist, you know I compete with every artist every time that I rhyme. There's artists that call themselves God MCs and God level. No, this is above that. This is divine that God would give me this opportunity, this position of privilege and power to be able to do the things that I do. I don't write music. What other artists used as marketing, what they claim to do, I really do in real life. And I show it every day. Not only am I the greatest of all time, I have all the metadata to prove it. That every song was one shot, one kill. That every album that you hear from me, the first song is the first one that I did, and the last one is the last one that I did. And I did not leave the booth until the album was done, all perfectly. And if I ever started, I always left it in every song. You know why? Because they developed artificial intelligence to compete with my catalog. I'm the reason for that. First started, I always left it in every song. You know why? Because they developed artificial intelligence to compete with my catalog. I'm the reason for that. But guess what? Artificial intelligence cannot do what I do, what I've done, what I can prove that I've done, because I have the metadata to back it up. So you know what that did for my catalog? It quadrupled the value of my catalog. And every time there's a technological change and they use more technology to try to do what I do, try to copy what I do, the value goes up 24 times. Change and they use more technology to try to do what I do, try to copy what I do, the value goes up 24 times. Let's get to that. What is the price of my catalog and what is the value of my catalog? Let's take a moment to kind of process all of these things. Let's digest all of these things. So Christie's and Sotheby's does not want me to establish and break these records, yet it was allowed for the secondary title holder for highest selling NFT was a collective of 30,000 units comprising one NFT that sold for $120 million. Beeples was one of a collective of 5,000. The second place holder, which is the current title holder, is a collective of 30,000 that make up one NFT. I have an NFT for the 8,000 songs. I have an NFT for the 5,000 songs. And I have 100,000 NFTs of the other records. The songs. And I have 100,000 NFTs of the other records. So if I couldn't entrust my legacy to anyone with the technology, I can put it in the hands of my fans. I'm not going to explain to you what an NFT is from my perspective because that is intellectual property and it is a conflict of interest for me to do so. But because I couldn't go to Christie's or Sotheby's, because they asked me to bring a third party, I decided to create my own event and sell my own NFT to the highest bidder. I decided to create my own event and sell my own NFT to the highest bidder. All the money is in Dubai. All the money is in Asia. But it's a conflict of interest for me to be a United States based company and artist, even though I do business in every jurisdiction, to sell my NFT overseas where regulations for digital assets is different. This is prior to the Senate bill that just got passed for digital assets. This is prior to this presidential administration creating altcoins and meme coins and NFTs. This is before it was popularized. 5 years ago, this was all new. Quote unquote, some people have said it was the bubble, it was the tip of the bubble. Again, people that don't understand the technology, all the fraudulent players came in and were flushed out. We didn't want all of you people in this industry. Now, what has remained is the real artists, the real people that really understand the technology, that know how liberating it is to be independent and go direct to consumer. Liberating it is to be independent and go direct to consumer. So not only was the decision made to auction the NFT, it was made to be done overseas. The only reason why I considered doing it back in the United States was to show transparency, integrity, honor in everything that I was doing, so that investors and venture capital from the United States, even if their funding comes from overseas, if they're incorporated in the United States, will feel comfortable to invest in the United States. Let's get to that. In the United States. Let's get to that. And I'm from the Bronx. And I'm from Harlem. And my family comes from villages where there were no roads when I was growing up. And I'm a child of abuse and neglect and malnourishment, malnutrition, physical, mental, psychological abuse, divorced parents, single parent household. I had every single odd against me. I left the streets, I got into music, I gave it to God, I changed my life, and I never looked back. Catalog is worth billions, trillions of dollars. In real life, I'm 42 years old. I'll be 43 October 17th, 2025. I have a dollars. In real life, I'm 42 years old. I'll be 43 October 17th, 2025. I have a granddaughter named Nolani, the owner of the company. 7 months old, by the way. Let's take a moment to absorb all these data points. I looked for venues all over the world to host this event. Outside of Christie's and Sotheby's, my family is very well known in businesses overseas. We come from a long lineage of tobacco and leather and everything from rice and beans to wine to, you know, all kind of spirits. With my DNA, I can trace with my DNA, I can trace my family back to the year 1037. 988 years my family has been on this planet Earth, letting you know who we are. I just happen to do it with music, artistic, creative expression. I just happen to embrace technology. My background is Air Force, Space Force. I'm part of 2% in the whole motherfucking world. If you think you're smarter than me and you know business as I do, when I work with BlackRock and Blackstone, by myself, convicted felon, no civilian rights, no fucking credentials whatsoever. I've made convicted felon, no civilian rights, no fucking credentials whatsoever. I've made more millionaires than I can count. All ungrateful. All betrayed me. All will no longer be a part of anything I have going on moving forward. But I appreciate everything that I learned. And this is why I'm so cautious with business. So now I'm reaching out to all venture capital firms, angel investors, etc., etc., equity firms, etc., all over the world, not just BlackRock and Blackstone, because we know that that is the final frontier. I go and negotiate with publishing clearinghouses such as Hypnosis, publishing clearinghouses such as Hypnosis. For those that have ears, hear me, and those that understand, understand me. For those that have eyes to see me, for those that have a heart and a soul and a mind and a spirit to connect with today's message. Hypnosis was buying everybody's catalog because of the changes that I implemented into the music business since 2021, because one name kept coming up every time they had to go through a contract, go through an artist, go through an agreement, and add in the NFT clause. Let's get to that. Hypnosis started buying catalogs. All of a sudden, After I broke the Guinness records, everybody's talking about catalog. All of a sudden, legacy is important. When Michael Jackson was talking about catalogs and Prince and Madonna and Sting and Bruce Springsteen and all these people have been talking about catalogs since the Beatles, since Paul McCartney. Everything and Sting and Bruce Springsteen and all these people have been talking about catalogs since the Beatles, since Paul McCartney. Everything that you guys can imagine, all these advances, these people were getting in the 80s and 90s. Michael Jackson, fucking genius. Prince, genius. First digital artist was really Prince. First artist to really have his shit streaming and for you to download his album. Marketing changed the whole game, calling himself the artist formerly known as Prince, setting the foundation for artists such as Taylor Swift to redo her whole album and regain control of those masters, which has liberated many, many artists. Let's get to that. Let's get to that. I am a culmination of everything that I learned from everybody, from Prince and Michael Jackson and Madonna, all the way down to Master P and Slim and Baby from Cash Money, the J Princes from Rap A Lot Records, the Suge Knights and the Jimmy Iovines from Death Row Records, the DNYs from the Rough Riders, Kareem Spiggs Burke, Damon Dash, Jay-Z's of Rockefeller, to the Irv Gottis and the Chris Gottis of Murder Inc. I learned the best of the best from the best of the best, whether it was an artist, lyrically, musically, sonically wise, or the business of being independent. Sonically wise, or the business of being independent. Let's pull that divine intervention down. I'm the best kept secret in the music business and in the music industry. I'm the biggest artist you'll never have known about or heard about. I'm the artist why the game has been what it has been. Nobody thought I would still be here 2025. Nobody anticipated any of these things. 2025 is day one for me. But this is the culmination of these things. So now hypnosis is buying all these catalogs, but nobody's seeing the long term play. So, of course, a lot of artists are trying to negotiate their catalogs because the reason why the publishing clearinghouses are coming at them is because of the NFT technology. Because what they don't want you to know is that if you own the catalog, you can make the NFTs and beat the whole game like I did. I'm technology because what they don't want you to know is that if you own the catalog, you can make the NFTs and beat the whole game like I did. I'm the reason why they gave you guys all that money. There are artists selling the catalogs for hundreds of millions of dollars. That would have never happened without me. None of that would have happened without Jonathan Marte Pena, the artist known as Venom R1, as of August 25th, 2021. Every single change in music and entertainment and this type of technology can all be traced back to me breaking all the motherfucking records. And don't worry, those certifications are on the way. We are waiting. We've been waiting 4 years already. 14 more years is nothing. I got another 40 years to wait. I got another 40 years to wait. What do you think I'm going and walking in the doors of hypnosis? What do you think I'm asking for? Anything subprime? I developed the technology to know the value of my catalog every 15 seconds based on the blockchain technology. When you hear the NVIDIA CEO, when you hear the CEO of Strategy, which was known as MicroStrategy, when you hear people like Michael Saylor talking about these things, I own the same technology. They're able to do it every 15 seconds. I can do it every second. I own the. When you hear people like Michael Saylor talking about these things, I own the same technology. They're able to do it every 15 seconds. I can do it every second. I own the technology to know the value of my catalog on the fucking blockchain, eternal, where nobody can touch it, where nobody has access to it. There is no middleman. There's only direct to consumer. You want my music? You buy the NFT from me. Any NFT that you don't get from me is a fraudulent NFT and automatically has no value, no price, while my NFTs are all priceless. So if we know that the final frontier is BlackRock and Blackstone, we're still open to do business with every other venture capital firm that competes with BlackRock and Blackstone, and competes with every other venture capital firm in the whole world, because the major word is EBITDA. The fact that they created the artificial intelligence to compete with my catalog only increases the value of my catalog. So it only opens up more doors. And I can delegate my catalog to whomever has the biggest budget. I can delegate parts of my catalog to one venture capital firm, and another part to another venture capital firm, and another part to another venture capital firm. And my portfolio can always remain diversified because I can delegate parts of my catalog to one venture capital firm, and another part to another venture capital firm, and another part to another venture capital firm. And my portfolio can always remain diversified because now the titans, the juggernauts, have to battle it out on how they administrate my catalog. This is beyond the music industry and the music business. This is technology. This is from the heavenly realm. This is the power God gave me to be the ultimate David and destroy the ultimate Goliaths with a slingshot. 8,000 songs. That's my armor. Those are my weapons. Those are my battle axes, my swords, my shields. And I have a legion of artists that came with me along this journey. Those are my weapons. Those are my battle axes, my swords, my shields. And I have a legion of artists that came with me along this journey. Let's get to that. Hypnosis is purchased by Blackstone. Hypnosis is purchased by Blackstone because of me. What do you think? BlackRock didn't see what was going on? Hypnosis is part of Blackstone, which is a few $1 trillion portfolio in holdings as a company. BlackRock is over 10 trillion. BlackRock is over 10 trillion. Number one in planet Earth, in the whole universe. Number one, BlackRock. I've been working with BlackRock since the 2000s in different investments, from petroleum to technology to military contracts. I am a government contractor through AFIUS, the number one government contractor for the Air Force and the Space Force. You know what's the company slogan other than strategy? God wins, motherfuckers. No matter how many doors you try to close, how many things you try to do, God was like, you ain't touching none of mine. That one right there, that's one of mine. You can't play with that one right there. We are not the same. We're not in the same league of business. I'm from another fucking universe. I am the Silver Surfer. Time traveler confirmed. I'm from the year 9998. There's no way you could beat me. I know the whole future. Eventually, I'll be back in the Eventually, I'll be back in the year 9998. So now, I continue to do business with every other venture capital firm. Everybody calls me 20, 30 times per day. I have a business meeting every hour on the hour scheduled. I go through months and months and months of litigations. I secured Allegiant Stadium, which is Raider Stadium in Nevada, where I have my corporate offices, where I have my homes, I live, my family's there, to negotiate the Raider Stadium for May to host Canelo with this Crawford fight. It would have broken and established a record. Shakira would have been part of it, which she did. She did her own event. And that fell through. That event fell through 5 months ago. Shakira would have been part of it, which she did. She did her own event. And that fell through. That event fell through 5 months ago. That event would have happened a month ago and 2 weeks ago. And this is still day one, because number one rule is we will only use everything that God has given us. Why? Because the number one place, my home stomping grounds in the Bronx, New York, was to secure Yankee Stadium for the auction. Through the concert, after the auction, every single seat is an NFT, breaking the record for collective, which stands at 30,000. In New York City, I could break that in Madison Square Garden, but I would have gone as far as going to Yankee Stadium to break that record. That's one fucking record right there. And it currently stands at $120 million. Can you hear me? Let's get to and it currently stands at $120 million. And it currently stands at $120 million. Can you hear me? Let's get to that. Let those that have ears hear me. Let those that have eyes see me. Let those that have a soul, spirit, and a mind and a heart understand where I'm coming from. Divine intervention. This can only come from God. The difference is I'm willing to tell you publicly because I don't care. I'm a Jewish man of faith, but I'm a Jew for Jesus. I'm a Jew for Buddha. I'm a Jew for Muhammad. I got love for everybody. I don't care what your religious background or belief is. It's in my heart, whatever makes you happy. It's all good. It's all leading to the one true God. I don't care how many corners you want to take and you want to go around, or you can't deny it. God is God, period. And I'm one of God's own. So my music hits different. Everything I do is different. Everything I do is divine intervention. I don't make a mistake and ask God to fix the problem. Before I make a decision, I ask God, what direction do you want me to go in? How can I fulfill your God, what direction do you want me to go in? How can I fulfill your prophecy? How can I do God's work on earth in real life, in real time? Not after it's all said and done and I'm a force ghost like all the fucking Jedi masters in God's kingdom, which that's what I'm going to do when I go back to the year 9998. But I'm sharpening my tools. I'm sharpening up my skills. Every single time I'm having one of these meetings, these companies are coming at me $500 million, $750 million, $100, $250 million, $50 million, $100 million. And I'm like, nope, you're not the right company. You're not the right investor. You're dealing with God's people. You cannot fuck with God's people. Rule number one. You cannot fuck with God's people. And I feel sorry for you if you fuck with God's people. My nigga, my nigga. You don't fuck with God's people. There are millions of churches and charities that depend on me every single day. That's what I of churches and charities that depend on me every single day. That's what I do with my fortune. I don't know what you do. I'm not here to judge you. But let's get to that. Now we are rebuilding. Why? The game has changed. Once again, strategies are different. The stakes are that much higher. Negotiating the event for the sale of the NFTs is first concert out of a worldwide tour. The same artists that you can see in the streets performing for free for the regular poor people, God's people, for people in the military community, for people in the education industries, for your local teachers and people in the parent teacher conferences and things like that. That same artist is a high ticket artist in any arena, anywhere you put me. Is in any arena, anywhere you put me. Battling with Ticketmaster, battling with Live Nation, based on all the agreements that they have. They own every single major venue. So when I developed my tour starting last year, we're at a month, year, and a few days. I took over every market, every venue that Live Nation and Ticketmaster does not own by myself, with my faith in God, with the help of nothing and nobody, facing the hardest moments in my life, at the same time, the biggest blessings. Divine intervention. Only God could have made it, wrote it that way. I wish that you could feel the energy that I feel through my body, flowing through my body as I'm speaking these things to you guys. And this is a meeting. There's no better pitch deck than this. Now, breaking the record for attendance for NFT sales and the sheer amount, those are all small elements. You know why? Because now, after this NFT sales, now we have the capital to go get every certification from Guinness. You know what happens when we break those records? The world comes to us on our terms. We get to pick and choose. We want to do business certification from Guinness. You know what happens when we break those records? The world comes to us on our terms. We get to pick and choose. We want to do business with you. We don't want to do business with you. We can't do business with you. We won't do business with you. Now we have an infrastructure to hire the best of the best at whatever the fuck we need, paying top of the line money. There's no other way. It doesn't matter how much it cuts into the profit margin. That's the way that we do business. That's God level shit. That's how God intended it to be. Not to be here, not to be here, not to be here, not in this little line. No, no, no. God is like, yo, I got this. I got the whole shit. Sure you can, motherfuckers. Sure you can. Let's get to that. A kid from Harlem in the Bronx, growing up in the projects in extreme poverty, coming from a lost and forgotten land where there were no fucking roads in my villages. The power to change the curse of generational poverty into generational wealth. No matter what happens, how you want to perceive it, I'm on the blockchain forever. I'm in the history books forever. I, Jonathan Marte Pena, the artist known as Venom R1, with 24 different genres of music, with a catalog of over 8,000 songs. I am the man with 1,001 albums that you never heard of. And even after we secure the deal, after we sign these agreements, you're only going to hear about what they market and promote. This will always be for me to share everything with all of you. To share everything with all of you. Now, let's go into the intellectual property. The direction that music is going in is towards entertainment because the lines between motion pictures, film, and series, and video games and music has been blurred because of technology, which we happen to be at the forefront of. So every one of those songs and every one of those albums and every one of those singles and EPs and compilations and series and double and triple albums and series of albums and masters are all movies, are all series, are all sitcoms, are all video games, are all poems, are all literature, products and services, merchandise, clothing, apparel. Those are the verticals and the horizontals of this catalog, the licensing and syncing deals. I can put my catalog in any one of these. It doesn't matter if you're Samsung or if you're Huawei or if you're Apple or if you're Motorola. I can put my song on a log in any one of these. It doesn't matter if you're Samsung or if you're Huawei or if you're Apple or if you're Motorola. I can put my song on a paper napkin. I can create my own platform so that every artist can compete with my catalog in my own platform, paying artists a premium for their music while the whole industry is going for AI music and is trying to cross over all these barriers as one collective of AI. I can have real artists with me because all those artists and producers that worked with me are part of my catalog eternally. And I've set away over 30 to 35% of all the publishing for all my producers. No other entity is going to guarantee a higher return on your investment than I can. Not owning their publishing or copyrights or their masters. And if they create a remix, it's all theirs, 100%. And I'll get 5 or 10%, whatever the difference is. 5 or 10%, whatever the difference is. I'll have the capital to sign all the legendary artists. You already know who you are. All the legendary artists that I watched suffer all these years as I've been fighting this battle on my own. I just fought it in a different way. Now I can go rescue those people, those lost tribe artists. Here you go. Go be great. Go do everything that you ever wanted to do because there's enough for everybody. There's billions and billions and billions of people on earth. There's enough for every artist to be praised and recognized and appreciated, to have millions and millions of followers. It's time to connect the world to the real music because the real music is already here. The shit already came back. People are tired of that nonsense. Real people are tired of that nonsense. Real talent, real artists, real skills, real gift, real poetry, real lyrics, real production, real projects, unfiltered, all artistic expression. Understanding that every single one of my songs is a mosaic. It's a Rembrandt, it's a Picasso, it's a fucking Leonardo da Vinci. Every single one. And it lives forever, eternally on the blockchain, where it cannot be corrupted, adulterated, it can't be fucking messed up or infiltrated by any other system. It's direct to consumer. Any NFT you don't get from me is fraudulent and has no value. Let's get to that. So, in conclusion, strategy. God wins, motherfuckers. I broke all the records. I'm showcasing the biggest catalog with the metadata to prove it. I'm establishing all new payment systems, all new delivery systems, even if I have to sell you a smartphone for you to have the NFTs. Game over. God wins. Game over. God wins. This is what it's all about. It's the future. This is who I am. This is what I'm bringing to the table. Every person that I'm reaching out to, adding to the company, is fighting for this same movement, the same vision that God gave to me is what I'm giving to the world. And I'm not afraid. I know exactly what the value of my catalog is because I know who I am and what I'm worth and what I bring to the table. The prices, we're always here to negotiate. Hit me up on my neck. $390,000 an hour, and the prices only go up. My first offer is always my best. My lawyer's name, top music attorney, Crystal Delgado, Delgado Law Group. 8,000 songs and growing. I'll be releasing an album later today, God willing and God first. I was supposed to release 8,000 songs and growing. I'll be releasing an album later today, God willing and God first. I was supposed to release it yesterday, or even the day before, but I've taken a few days off. Since my fourth day I took off. There's no better pitch deck. There's no better way for me to explain to you what I have in my hands. Everybody in the industry knows who I am. Believe me and trust me on that one. Time will reveal, time will show. Accountability partners. I'm making it public consensus. Hold me against my word. Hold me against my standard as time progresses. Let's see 4 or 5 years from now if people can go back to this video and say, wow. Now, even on the distribution side, me owning my publishing, my copyright, my masters, everything, I'm liquid for everything. Just imagine the potential. If just the NFT sale, just the auction, we're walking out with billions of dollars. That's going to be another record. I'm going to be the first artist to fucking perform in a concert series for over a few billion dollars. For over a few billion dollars. This is the direction. This is Jonathan Marte Pena. This is Venom R1. When you're dealing with me, this is what you're dealing with. And all that shit's gonna do is help God's people. Everything else that stems from that, we haven't spoken about my video game, my movies, my series, my line of apparel, clothing, jewelry, automotive equipment, wearable technology. We haven't even spoken about any of that. But it's all coming, baby. It's all part of this portfolio. So when you invest in me, you're investing in all of these things. And again, this may not be the investment for you. What do you think I'm going to do? The people that I'm having the meeting with tomorrow, before I send them a pitch deck, this is the pitch deck. This is what I'm sending them today so that tomorrow there is no wasting time. Before I have a meeting with the execs that I have to meet with, and this is on a constant basis. We can go play golf, we can go play tennis, we could go get in the sports cars and go for a cruise, and we're going to talk business. But beforehand, you're going to know who I am, where I stand, where I'm coming from, and this is the vision I'm sharing with you so you can understand where I'm going. What happens if my catalog is in the new iPhone? Vision I'm sharing with you so you can understand where I'm going. What happens if my catalog is in the new iPhone? iPhone 17, anniversary, position of privilege and power, billions of dollars, one business move, one investment. What happens if I'm in Samsung's next Galaxy series or Huawei's next series of smartphones? Do you understand the power that only God can give you? That only God could give me? Do you understand that I understand that everything that I have has come from God? that I passed every test that God gave me, that I said, God, when I get to the mountain of the Most High, I'm going to let everybody know that it was God that brought me here, that it was God that gave me the endurance, the resilience to go through all these things, all the errors, all the record labels, all the artists, all the waves. I survived all of that shit from the 80s to now. And it all has been worth it. If I could go back, I wouldn't change a thing. Because to me, this is still day one. I got 8,000 songs and I got another 8,000 coming. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. Either we do business or we do business. Because to me, this is still day one. I got 8,000 songs and I got another 8,000 coming. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. Either we do business or we do business. Failure has never been an option. Every artist in my catalog requires of me to win the World Series and the Super Bowl and the NBA Finals. There's no such thing as second place in technology. I did not come to this earth realm to be number two. I am number one. I did the Shoryuken a very long time ago in the industry, and I kept doing the Shoryuken. Then we could talk about the industry bullshit, which I don't partake in because I live a very private life. I'm a God-fearing man, and I'm not with the bullshit. Shit, which I don't partake in because I live a very private life. I'm a God-fearing man, and I'm not with the bullshit. Mama didn't raise no fool. Papa Bear smarter than the average bear. I'm an artist when I'm on stage. I'm off stage. I'm a family man. I'm a man of business, a man of my children, a man of the churches and my charities. My philanthropy work is my life. I don't care about anything else. I'm Jewish, so materialistic shit is against my, religious belief. I'm not with the bullshit. Not jewelry, not none of that bullshit matters to me. The only vice that I have is I have a very nice car collection, very private. I have homes different parts of the world. I have my vehicles in different parts of the world. As I travel, I get to enjoy my car collection. Anywhere that I perform, very private. I have homes different parts of the world. I have my vehicles in different parts of the world. As I travel, I get to enjoy my car collection. Anywhere that I perform, I always give public performances for free for the poor people, and then for my consumers that can pay top dollar and buy the NFTs and go to the concerts. Well, that's a different type of clientele. But that is the balance of my life. This is only the beginning. In conclusion, 2021, I became the first digital artist, August 25th, 2021. First artist to put his entire catalog on the blockchain as an NFT. 200 million NFTs with my entire catalog. Not just a single, not just the album, not just the EP or mixtape. Even though the industry wants to give the claim to other artists whose releases came out on the 10th of that month, in the blockchain you can't fake it. And all the programming was done 2 weeks before August. So I win again with the metadata to prove it. Number one. Number two, I released 987 for August. So I win again with the metadata to prove it. Number one. Number two, I released 987 songs, 96 albums, and No, 94 albums, 296 collaborations, 987 songs. So over a third of the catalog for 2021, I was given an opportunity to new artists. And I did that in 7 months, 2 days, from May until December. 2022, my greatest year. I released 2,600 songs. 2023, 2,500 songs, 2,545 songs released in 2023. 2024, I started my launch for the world tour. I only released a little over 400 records. 2025, I'm at 662, 92 albums, 23 masters, 50 songs apiece. The last master has 26 songs. At time of recording, June 22nd, 2025, 2:20 in the afternoon, West Coast time. At time of recording, June 22nd, 2025, 2:20 in the afternoon, West Coast time. I have 5 more minutes to dedicate to all of you. Dreams come true. It was worth it in the end. Shout out to all the legends, all the legendary MCs. Believe me, as soon as I sign this deal, there's going to be a record label giving you a call on my neck. The private jet is ready for you. This is day one. I love you all. Shout out to all my loved ones, my children, my grandchildren, my beautiful wives, my parents, all my friends, family members, peers, colleagues, all my fans, my business partners. You are all my inspiration. You are the reason why I do everything that I do. Shout out to all my business partners. You know who you are. And at the end of the day, dreams come true. I love all of you. I have nothing but the utmost love and respect for every artist. I don't care if you only have a song. I don't care if you only have come true. I love all of you. I have nothing but the utmost love and respect for every artist. I don't care if you only have a song. I don't care if you only have an album. I don't care if you've only done one performance. Your music and your talent is unique to you and a blessing from God. And don't let anybody discourage you. You're all important. You're all kings of your own empire and your own legacies. Do not be fooled by numbers and followers and streams and clicks and likes. That has nothing to do with God. God doesn't see none of that shit. Every artist is important. Every artist from the past is a legend. Every artist currently is a legend. And every artist in the future will be a legend. We all have a gift and talent that only God could have given us. Every artist is important. We all need to work together. There's more of us than there are people in the system trying to keep us from working together. Before you go compete with an artist in your state area or in your market, your demographic, go collaborate with those artists and join forces and create new companies and new business opportunities and new products and new services. Do it your way. There are plenty of people that have given you the blueprint, the foundation for you to learn. If I grew up looking up to somebody like Master P, and looking up to somebody like Baby and Slim and DNY from the Rough Riders and the Earth Gottis and the Damon Dashes and the Kareem's Vicksburgs and the Jay-Z's, all these people are legends in their own right. Why not follow in those footsteps? If I grew up listening to Gottis and the Damon Dashes and the Kareem's Vicksburgs and the Jay-Z's, all these people are legends in their own right. Why not follow in those footsteps? If I grew up listening to Prince and Michael Jackson and Madonna, why not understand what they learned about the business? Why not look up to a Paul McCartney and learn how the business really works? If there's so many books, if library cards are free and all you have to do is put the effort in every day to learn, Why is it impossible? There's a billion fucking people every direction on earth. What do you mean it's too late? What do you mean that it's too early? I'm too tall, I'm too short, I'm too fat, I'm too skinny. I come from a privileged background, I come from a fucked up background. It doesn't matter. That talent, that art that God put in your heart is valuable. Fight for your fucking right. Protect your catalogs, build your catalog, never sell your catalog. Your catalog are like Bitcoin. What does Michael Saylor say? Buy Bitcoin, never sell the Bitcoins. There's only 21 million in existence. That's it. Protect your catalog. Take pride when you buy Bitcoin, never sell the Bitcoins. There's only 21 million in existence. That's it. Protect your catalog. Take pride when you're writing your 16 bars and when you're doing your song and when you're doing your album and when you're putting your company together. Put that same love into it. Why? Because that love is eternal. And that love will always be in everything that you do. And give everybody their respect. Give everybody their props. It's not a Jim Jones versus Nas thing. Two legends, two kingdoms, two empires. There's enough for you to love a Jim Jones and for you to love a Nas. Why does it have to be one over the other? Why does it have to be Tupac versus Biggie when it's two legends, two kings from two empires? There's enough room for everybody. You can listen to Tupac and listen to Biggie and listen to Nas and to love a Nas. Why does it have to be one over the other? Why does it have to be Tupac versus Biggie when it's two legends, two kings from two empires? There's enough room for everybody. You can listen to Tupac and listen to Biggie and listen to Nas and listen to Jay-Z. This is not a me versus Jay-Z thing, even though I destroyed him many times throughout my career. Jay-Z attacked me when I couldn't defend myself. It wasn't me, Tupac versus Biggie when it's two legends, two kings from two empires. There's enough room for everybody. You can listen to Tupac and listen to Biggie and listen to Nas and listen to Jay-Z. This is not a me versus Jay-Z thing, even though I destroyed him many times throughout my career. Jay-Z attacked me when I couldn't defend myself. It wasn't until last year that I hit him with the Shoryuken. Listen to it. That's the NFT right there. I had to do it. He sent elite artists that were my friends against me. So I had to crush those artists and I had to crush Jay-Z. But this is not about that. Two legends, two kings, two empires. There's enough for everybody. You don't hear that in no other genre of music. You don't hear. That's the NFT right there. I had to do it. He sent elite artists that were my friends against me. So I had to crush those artists and I had to crush Jay-Z. But this is not about that. Two legends, two kings, two empires. There's enough for everybody. You don't hear that in no other genre of music. You don't hear that in no other type of business. You can like Pepsi and you can like Coca-Cola. What the fuck? What's wrong with that? Why we can't give each other our props and our flowers? You can like LL Cool J and you can like Vico C. You don't have to choose one or the other. You can like Don Omar, you can like Tego, and you can like Daddy Yankee. You don't have to choose one. I can like Nori. What the fuck? What's wrong with that? Why we can't give each other our props and our flowers? You could like LL Cool J and you could like Vico C. You don't have to choose one or the other. You could like Don Omar, you could like Tego, and you could like Daddy Yankee. You don't have to choose one. I could like Nori, and I could listen to Fat Joe, and I could love Pun, and I could love Cuban Link. And nobody could take that away from me. I can give each person their props and their respects. Period. You're not gonna tell me Cuban Link is not a legendary MC. I'm a rapper for I could like Nori, and I could listen to Fat Joe, and I could love Pun, and I could love Cuban Link. And nobody could take that away from me. I can give each person their props and their respects. Period. You're not gonna tell me Cuban Link is not a legendary MC. I'm a rapper for real. I'm a rapper's rapper. I'm like fucking Hector Lavoe, el rapper. I'm like fucking that away from me. I can give each person their props and their respects. Period. You're not gonna tell me Cuban Link is not a legendary MC. I'm a rapper for real. I'm a rapper's rapper. I'm like fucking Hector Lavoe, el cantante de los cantantes. I could tell you how it is. I don't have to choose sides. This is not Universal versus Sony versus Warner Brothers. I asked Warner Brothers for $400 million in 2023. By the second negotiation, I asked for over $1 billion. You know what happened since they didn't sign me? They lost $5.5 billion. And I have negotiation, I asked for over $1 billion. You know what happened since they didn't sign me? They lost $5.5 billion. And I have the metadata to show the proof. What do you think is going to be the conversation if Warner Brothers comes at me and they want to talk business? What do you think? I'm going to ask for anything less than $5.5 billion? That's just the first conversation. And the prices only go up. No artist, Sean Corey, you guys know him as Jay-Z. He's worth 2 point something billion. It's time for every artist to be worth 2 point something billion. I am the nucleus of that. I am the beginning of that. No record label, no multi-billion dollar budget. I have business partnerships, but I don't have all the biggest companies. But shout out to all my business partners. Arlen Hamilton, Mark Cuban. I have business partnerships, but I don't have all the biggest companies. But shout out to all my business partners. Arlen Hamilton, Mark Cuban, Floyd Mayweather Jr., Floyd Mayweather Sr., Miss Jackie, Manny Cashman. Let's continue. General Motors, Chevrolet, Frontier Airlines. And I just added Mauricio Ruiz to the Rolodeck. BlackRock and Blackstone. I don't need to say anything else. Crystal Delgado, Delgado Law Group. You think I'm here playing games? I'm not here to play games. Delgado to the Rolodeck. And I just added Mauricio Ruiz to the Rolodeck. BlackRock and Blackstone. I don't need to say anything else. Crystal Delgado, Delgado Law Group. You think I'm here playing games? I'm not here to play games. We're talking Huawei. We're talking Sony. We're talking Samsung. We're talking Apple. Should we continue? We're talking Bitcoin. We're talking Michael Saylor. We're talking strategy. We're talking hypnosis. We're talking Vanguard. I have a list here I could go through. And this is just the beginning. We're talking hypnosis. We're talking Vanguard. I have a list here I could go through. And this is just the beginning. We are talking Tesla. We are talking Waymo. We are talking Uber and Lyft. We are talking autopilot, of course. And the list goes on and on and on. We are talking Vader Media. We are talking Valuetainment. We are talking Patrick Bet David, minority stakeholder, owner of the New York motherfucking Yankees. And while Gary Vaynerchuk is on his way to purchase the Jets, I'm going to purchase the New York Mets. I'm going to purchase the New York Mets. And Warner Valuetainment. We are talking Patrick Bet David, minority stakeholder, owner of the New York motherfucking Yankees. And while Gary Vaynerchuk is on his way to purchase the Jets, I'm going to purchase the New York Mets. Let's get to that. Let's get to that. We're talking JP Morgan Chase. We're talking Wells Fargo. We're talking Bank of America. Just to name a few. We're talking Cash App. And this is just day one. Shout out to First Motors in Dubai. Shout out to VIP Motors in Dubai. Shout out to Ferrari. Shout out to Lamborghini. Shout out to McLaren. Shout out to Hennessy. Shout out to Koenigsegg. Shout out to fucking Remax. Shout out to the Volkswagen Group. Shout out to Bugatti. You want to buy an exotic car? Give me a call. cyraxblacks@gmail.com, 504-202-5915. Or if it's music related, hit me up on my neck. World's top music attorney, Crystal Delgado, that's my lawyer, Delgado Law Group. All I'm here to do is business. Give me the opportunity to earn your business. Now, here are some honorable mentions, and it's not a complete list, but some honorable mentions, and it's not a complete list, but we must give credit where credit is due, because there's nothing wrong with giving people their just due. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Special shout outs to all of our family members and our loved ones and our business partners: BlackRock, Sequoia Capital, Anderson Horowitz, Tiger Global Management, Lightspeed Venture Partners, Excel, New Enterprise Associates, Klein Perkins, Index Ventures, Bessemer Venture Partners, Founders Fund, Benchmark, General Catalyst, Close Up Ventures, Battery Ventures, Insight Partners, Greylock Partners, Draper Fisher, Red Point Ventures, Institutional Venture Partners, Technology Crossover Ventures, Norwest Venture Partners, Summit Partners, Canaan Partners, and 500 Global. Canaan Partners and 500 Global. This is the power of God. God bless every single person that receives this. You know who you are in this ecosystem of everything that I'm doing. Shout out to all my business partners. You all know who you are. Shout out to all my loved ones. You are the reason why I do this shit every day. Tune in next time. We'll be teaching some free engineering master classes, and especially in business. Jonathan Martepena, the artist known as Venom R1. 8,000 songs in my catalog. I'm the man with over 1,000 albums. Cyrexplex at gmail.com for all business inquiries. Crystal Delgado and Delgado Law Group for all legal inquiries. For negotiations, get in contact with Patrick Bet David. Hit me up on my neck. It's only $390,000 an hour. And you know that there's a 12-hour minimum block. So that's what? Little under $5 million. And we can talk business. Jonathan Martepena, the artist known as Venom R1, the greatest of all time. You heard me? Let's do business. Let's not waste time. I'm here to do business, real business. If you're ready to do real business, contact me. All my contact information is public. If you're not here to do business, God bless you and be on your way. Peace out.
And that's how the motherfucking West was won.
And that's how the motherfucking West was won. And that's how the motherfucking West was won. And that's.
Y'all ain't ready, man. This is how you do it. So now for the master class, I want to thank you guys for spending this valuable time with us. I hope that you got great value out of this exercise. Now we continue building from there. Everything is on TikTok. It's going to be shorts on YouTube. And this is the beginning of the marketing campaign. The business meeting is first thing tomorrow morning. Have a blessed one. Thank you very much. Shout out to you, Morpheus. Always showing love. I got you with the Lamborghini, nigga. I found a few of them. You just have to tell me if you want a white one or a yellow one. I think I have two yellow ones. One is mine, but if you want the other one, you can have it. Love you, kid. Holla at your boy.